I remember praying a lot, but they felt so empty. Even though I was praying, and I was praying out loud, and I was praying by myself behind a big barrier, so my troops wouldn't see me break down, over and over, just saying the Our Father. Because I didn't know how else to pray. I was born in Youngstown, Ohio, raised Catholic, and really didn't even embrace Christianity at Grove City. You know, was really distracted by a lot of the things that go on in college that aren't necessarily scholastic related. I never graduated. And then I ended up enlisting in the Army September 12th, 2001. A young 20-year-old man, you kind of feel like you've got it all. You don't need to rely on anyone else. And so I didn't. You know, over time, my own efforts, you know, were really kind of being paid off. After OCS, I was assigned to the 4th Infantry Division. I was a replacement lieutenant showing up after they had already been in country for a couple months just south of Baghdad. We were sitting in a room and they said, you know, who wanted to go to the cavalry? You know, it sounded like it was just going to basically be another unit. I volunteered. Crazy troop, 1st Squadron, 10th Cavalry. We were in Fob Falcon, what's known as the Triangle of Death. There's not a uniformed enemy out there that you're fighting, and it could just be anyone at any time, anywhere. We wouldn't get blown up every day, but it felt like it. I think it was August 2006. William Edgerton Thorne, my soldier, died. So we were on an LPOP, we'd been sitting out there, I think, for a couple of days. There were 3 Humvees that were coming in, 2 to replace us. As the truck rolled by, it hit an IED, and it blew up and it went skyward. And the gunner that was up in the turret, it ejected him from the turret and threw him, and then the guy sitting in the passenger seat, that he was actually trapped underneath it. So we were concerned that, you know, this thing was going to catch fire and we had no way to pull him out of this wreckage. I was on the radio right by the truck, and one of the soldiers came up and handed me, on our helmets, we would have battle roster numbers, and he handed me Thorne's battle roster number, and he said, we have got a KIA. You know, I came home from that deployment in 2006. I got married in 2007. I now had this degree to finish, so a lot of the classes to take, and then I was assigned as a brigade training officer, which was a huge task. Work was overwhelming. And I hadn't really dealt with any of the issues from the first deployment. Turned to alcohol, was drinking a lot. I mean, to the point where I was kind of leading a double life. I found out my wife was pregnant, and I mean, I just didn't know what to do. I mean, I didn't even really want to live anymore. I mean, I thought that was my only way out. I can remember Pastor Craig coming in, and I didn't expect to see his face when he walked through the door, and we prayed, which was enormous. I think that was kind of the first thing that opened up my eyes. This Christian thing, it's not just going to church on Sundays or showing up and acting right. Having that hit me in that moment. The people at church that you see on Sundays go through the same things that I do. There are a whole building full of men that are going through the same thing that I'm going through. We don't all have the same experiences, but I think we're not strong enough to do it on our own, and we need each other. And so those types of things have really kind of ingrained this sense of Christianity outside of church on Sunday. I play a lot of golf alone, so I'll actually talk to God in those moments. Just to have that open dialogue, like here's where I'm at and here's what I'm struggling with, and touch me and my family in a way that's gonna really be meaningful. You don't need like the priest to help you understand that you can forgive yourself and that God forgives you. Hey, you need to wake up because you can't do this on your own. It wasn't through our own strength that we accomplished any of those things. always God watching out for us. And that's not happened once or twice or 10 times in my life. It happens every moment of every day. Christ is your Savior, and you can always lean on Him.